He dead, that's Mufasa. Right there, he dead, that's Mufasa. Yeah, he dead, that's Mufasa.
Yeah, but it was made. I'm like, bro, it's cool. Like, I can't do nothing now. Like, you know, dated 2 pictures and went back on. It was weird, but it was like.
I mean, it was real. This girl was invested.
Like, I guess we just gotta deal with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say I'm mad. I might even be happy. But damn, another one bites the dust. And I can't be mad because I can't fight. I can't fight.
If you thought Iman Shumpert was just going to quietly watch his ex-wife, Teyana Taylor, move on with her new man, Aaron Pierre, aka Mufasa, then you seriously misjudged how petty Iman can be. He's out here stirring up drama and doing whatever he can to complicate her life. Let's break down the chaos of the past few weeks in case you missed it. Teyana and Aaron shocked everyone when they suddenly went public with their relationship. No teasers, no build-up, just full-on PDA and lovey-dovey. Energy out of nowhere. Fans were left stunned, like, hold on, when did this even start? While most people were busy gushing over their unexpected love story, Iman wasn't feeling it at all. Word on the street is that Iman allegedly tried to confront Aaron after he saw the couple getting extra cozy at an Oscars after-party. Apparently, witnessing them being all affectionate sent Iman over the edge. And guess what? Aaron wasn't here for the drama. He supposedly hit Iman with a restraining order. He's not about to let an ex interfere with his peace or his relationship. And if you think things are calming down, think again. This drama is only heating up. Iman better watch what he says about Teyana, because if Aaron, aka Mufasa, steps in, it could get ugly real quick. Now, some people are out here acting like Iman's the victim, saying Teyana moved on too fast. But let's be real, Aaron Pierre is a total catch. His career is on fire, and he's out here glowing with Teyana by his side. That's not to say Iman isn't doing anything. He's still in the music scene and staying active. But compared to Aaron's glow-up, Iman's giving off serious bitter ex energy. Behind the scenes, Iman's reportedly throwing fits and now even throwing accusations. Word is he's been telling people that Teyana's neglecting their kids, saying she's too busy cuddling. Up with Aaron to check on them. He's painting her out to be an absent mom just chasing a man. But let's be honest, that sounds a lot more like jealousy than genuine concern, especially considering he's the one who messed up their marriage in the first place. Everyone knows he cheated, repeatedly, and not just minor slip-ups. We're talking reckless, careless behavior. Rumors say he didn't even use protection with the women he was seeing, putting Teyana's health at risk, and the cheating didn't just start when things were falling apart. It's said that he was being unfaithful even back when they first started dating. Not long after they got married, he was already caught up with another woman. But here's the part that really had people talking. The other woman wasn't just some random. Allegedly, she was someone both Iman and Teyana had been involved with in the past. Teyana has previously opened up about how she and Iman occasionally experimented with having an open relationship. So when the cheating rumors hit the internet, the shock wasn't really about who he was with. It was more about how he did it. She had already been transparent about sharing their space, yet he still chose to be sneaky and go behind her back. Like, how do you mess up a situation where the door was already open? Then, just when people thought the situation couldn't get any more chaotic, Teyana suddenly wiped her Instagram and Twitter accounts clean, completely vanished. That digital disappearance set the internet ablaze with speculation. The timing made it hard for people to believe that the rumors of Iman cheating just 2 months into their marriage were just baseless gossip. Instead, it started to feel like those whispers might actually be cold, hard facts. Fans went full-blown investigator, piecing together every little detail, theory, and clue. And once she ghosted her socials, people became even more convinced that something shady was definitely going on behind closed doors. But then, out of nowhere, Teyana clapped back hard, defending Iman publicly. She shut down the cheating rumors with her own words, saying, "I've never met or seen that woman in my life. My page is gone because I'm mad at Def Jam for delaying my WTP video again." It's sad how lies spread faster than the truth. Iman isn't stupid, he knows I'd kill him. End of story. Her bold response left people speechless. She was standing firm for her man, brushing off the cheating allegations as nothing but lies, even while rumors kept swirling about Iman's supposed hookups with multiple industry women. Still, Teyana stayed loyal and didn't back down an inch. But by 2023, things took a serious turn for the worse. Out of nowhere, a TikTok user went viral after dropping a dramatic reenactment based on a so-called inside tip from someone claiming to be one of Teyana's assistants. She didn't name any names, but the hints were loud and clear. She spoke about a well-known woman married to a former NBA star with a serious cheating issue, and it didn't stop there. The TikToker claimed that the man's constant cheating pushed his wife to the edge, so much so that she ended up hospitalized from the emotional toll. The heartbreak, according to the source, was so intense that it physically broke her down. It's he. Didn't take long before everyone on the internet started connecting the dots. All eyes went right back to Teyana and Iman. And just when it seemed like it couldn't get any crazier, the TikTok user pushed the narrative even further. She claimed the woman's hospital stay wasn't just from heartbreak, but from a drug overdose. Allegedly, the woman had used a little too much cocaine, OD'd, and had to cancel a major performance she was scheduled to headline. That part hit the internet like a bombshell. As soon as that detail came out, fans immediately tied the story back to Teyana, especially since she had just pulled out of a show a month earlier, citing exhaustion as the reason. But if anyone thought that was going to be the moment Teyana finally admitted to what was really happening behind the scenes, they were wrong. She stood even firmer, continuing to defend Iman and snapping back at anyone who dared to dig into her personal life. Teyana didn't hold back at all when she responded. She came out swinging, calling the person who submitted the wild TikTok story a complete fool. She didn't spare the one who reenacted it either, calling them out too, and warning them to have their legal money ready. Most importantly, she demanded evidence, real proof. According to her, not a single soul could ever make Petunia overdose on anything. She even said she'd end Iman herself, dress him in a suit, calm him down, and personally lay him to rest before ever letting him, or anyone else, drive her to drugs or take her own life. Yeah, Teyana was on fire, fiercely defending Iman and standing strong for their relationship. But here's where things started to feel off. Iman stayed completely quiet. Not once did he come forward to defend her. He didn't deny anything, didn't repost her words, didn't even drop a like or comment. Nothing. And that silence? That was the biggest red flag of all. Why was he so calm watching the mother of his children getting publicly dragged for something tied to him, and still saying nothing? The whole situation was giving serious guilty energy. No matter how hard Teyana tried to protect him and hold down the front, things eventually took a turn she couldn't shield him from, because the receipts came out. One of Iman's alleged flings stepped into the spotlight with solid proof of their affair. And word was, this woman didn't just want a quick thing, she was trying to take Iman for herself, fully intending to break up his marriage and be his main. Let's be real. Why? Someone would go that hard for a man with a known history of cheating is a mystery? But hey, that was her choice, and she wasn't playing. The woman released a video that clearly showed her with Iman. No blurry screenshots, no questionable angles, just clean, direct proof. You could clearly hear Iman's voice in the background, too. After that, there was no escaping the truth. No amount of PR magic or statements could undo it. The mask was off, and the facts were out. But she wasn't finished. She made sure the world knew exactly what was going on by posting a photo of herself wearing Iman's signature chain, his actual chain, no less. That was the nail in the coffin. Even the folks who had been skeptical before couldn't deny it anymore. She and Iman had absolutely been sneaking around behind the scenes. These new era side chicks are something else. Bold doesn't even begin to cover it. They're out here dropping receipts like they're hosting their own press conferences. At this point, you'd think Teyana would finally snap and start calling Iman out for everything. She had every right to drag him through the mud after what went down. But nope, she kept her dignity. Even with all the chaos, she still told fans to fall back and not attack Iman. She cleared the air by saying, "To be completely honest, Iman and I have been separated for a while now. And just to be absolutely clear, cheating wasn't one of the reasons for our breakup. We still function like a strong team when it comes to co-parenting our beautiful kids. I'm only sharing this now because the false stories are getting out of control, and it's not fair to anyone involved. I hope this helps clear things up." And honestly, that was pure grace. After everything that happened, she didn't owe anyone that kind of explanation, but she gave it anyway. Despite everything, Teyana still tried to protect Iman's reputation. She kept things respectful, for the sake of their children and her own peace of mind. With that kind of loyalty, you'd think the least he could do was stay quiet and avoid adding fuel to the fire. But instead, Iman allegedly did the exact opposite. Rather than appreciating her silence, he supposedly turned the tables and started blaming her for everything that happened. Word is, Iman went around telling people that Teyana was the reason he cheated. He reportedly disrespected her by calling her names, even referring to her as a bee, and dragging her through the mud. One story he shared painted himself as the victim, claiming he was downstairs playing PlayStation with his headphones on when she suddenly started hitting him. He even added that he used to work with special needs kids and was trained to calm them down by restraining them from behind in a bear hug, trying to use that as a way to explain how he reacted. That statement, it sent people into a frenzy. Instead of taking responsibility, it looked like he was just throwing out excuses that made everyone stop and go, "What?" Teyana, on the other hand, said she called out for her siblings and ran upstairs to her mother, and that moment was the breaking point for her. It was then that she'd had enough. Teyana finally snapped and let the truth spill, revealing how toxic things had really been between them behind closed doors. And once she started talking, the floodgates opened. She explained that Iman had always struggled with her success. Even though he was earning way more money from basketball than she was from music, it still bothered him that she was the one getting all the attention. According to her, he'd throw subtle jabs, send passive-aggressive messages, and make her feel small every time she celebrated a win in her career, and it wasn't just random comments. Teyana said he would deliberately start arguments before important days, like her birthday, just to mess with her emotions. Then he'd act like nothing happened, tossing out a half-hearted sorry like it was no big deal. It wasn't just messy behavior, it was emotionally manipulative. Things got so bad that she began dimming her own light just to avoid setting him off. Teyana revealed that she started passing up major opportunities, including acting roles right after giving birth, simply to keep the peace at home. She didn't want him to feel left behind, but then it completely backfired. With fewer gigs coming in, her income dropped, and suddenly Iman started criticizing her for not contributing enough financially. After sacrificing so much of her own growth to make him feel secure, he still found reasons to tear her down. That's when it hit her. No matter what she did, it would never be enough. If she worked too much, it caused tension. If she slowed down, that was a problem too. It was a lose-lose situation. And then came the biggest reveal. According to TMZ, Teyana said she gave her all to hold the family together. But behind the scenes, she was suffering from emotional and psychological abuse at the hands of Iman. She stayed quiet for years, hoping things would improve, but instead, it just kept breaking her down more and more. She said she truly tried to stand by him, through the ups, the downs, and everything in between. But what she got in return was coldness, selfishness, and cruel treatment. So in the end, she made her move silently. Without any media buzz or drama, Teyana quietly filed for divorce. No public scenes, no messy headlines, just a woman choosing to protect her peace and move forward with strength. Teyana said that even after everything, Iman wasn't ready to let go. He pushed to reconcile, made promises, and acted as if he was willing to work things out. But then quickly fell back into his old ways, being inconsistent and distant. And, as if that wasn't enough, he found himself tangled in another cheating scandal. Teyana shared that the whole situation left her feeling humiliated and embarrassed all over again. Despite everything, she still fought to keep their family together. She even used her Hollywood connections to help Iman land roles as his basketball career started winding down. But rather than being thankful, she said he continued to pick fights and create tension at every turn. Things got so bad that by 2021, she initiated divorce proceedings. However, she paused the process, gave their marriage another shot, hoping things would improve. Unfortunately, it didn't last. Teyana explained that as Iman's basketball career came to an end, his insecurities only grew. He became more controlling and manipulative, which pushed her over the edge. By 2022, she had had enough and filed for divorce again. But even then, she changed her mind the very next day and had her lawyers cancel the filing. The emotional roller coaster left her completely torn. What do you think about this entire chaotic situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to check out the next video for more juicy details.